Unless you've been living under a rock, all the social media girlies are talking about the great lock-in. And now you got all these videos and everybody's telling you that you're late to a party that you never even had an invitation to. So what is this great lock-in? Here's how I see it, and to be honest, I think this is how a lot of people see it. But there are basically 90 days left in the year. Instead of cruising by through them, the idea is that you use this time to refocus, reset, and build momentum for 2026. Crazy even saying this because your girl is still thinking 2020 was yesterday. We are not waiting until January 1st to start our goals, get back on track, become a boss. Over here, I'm going to act as your internet big sister, and what I need you to understand is that over the next 90 days, we are not obsessing about finishing this massive goal and completely trying to rebrand ourselves. What we are going to do and what we are going to focus on is just showing up, putting in the work, and building habits to carry you into next year. If you manage to change your life in 3 months, good on you, girl, honestly get it. But for majority of us, and including myself, this isn't a sprint. The results will come. I know I'm going to hit 10k, but it's not really a question of if, it's just a question of when. If you don't show up, you don't put in the work, then yeah, that's when you start questioning things. But before we start, if you are new here, hey guys, I'm Joma, and a year ago I left corporate to pursue content, and since then I've been trying to level up and become my best self. So if you would love to join the cheese squad and join the family, we're a family out in these streets, as I always love to say, we would love the support, because like I said, we are going to hit 10k and I would love the support from you guys to hit that goal of mine. But right now, I'm about to put you on something that has completely changed how I'm about to approach the next 90 days, and something that's going to completely change your life as well. I call it the 3 S's: slow, steady, and sustainable. I'm going to eat, sleep, and live these 3 words for the next 90 days. It's kind of like my own set of rules I've just come up with, but it's going to be the set of rules that are going to carry me through this entire great lock-in. Because if you're doing something that isn't sustainable, you are not going to last. And if you're not doing something that's slow and steady, you're not even going to make it to December, babes. So every single thing that I do and every single thing that you should do for the next 90 days should pass the 3 S's test. So for the next 90 days, I've decided to focus on 4 main pillars. I know myself, we are stepping out of our comfort zone, but doesn't mean that we have to be going out here being crazy. But these are the 4 things that I'm going to be locking in on. So that is career, health and fitness, finance, and then personal growth and self-care. This is my full-time job. Honestly, up until now, I haven't been treating it like one. Bruh. If you're new to this page, you may not know that I left corporate a year ago. Don't get me wrong, I have achieved a lot, and I'm not going to sleep on the wins that I've experienced this year. But I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I've been doing and putting the energy that this deserves, because I haven't. I've been way too lax, not showing up when I'm tired, posting whatever I feel like it, and not really having a set schedule. And let's be very clear, if I was still in my tech job, would I have the balls to go to my manager and tell them, hey, I'm not going to produce this deck because I don't feel motivated or inspired to do so, or I'm not going to produce it because I'm tired? Absolutely the not. Just to be clear, I am not talking about burnout, because burnout is real and we need to be prioritizing our mental health. It's 2025, soon to be 2026. What I am talking about is that comfort energy zone, where you don't have the external pressure of like a manager or a monthly paycheck coming in to hold you accountable, so you end up just letting things slide, and then you get upset when you don't see any results. My sister always tells me that realistic work produces realistic results. And if you want unrealistic results, so you want to grow to 100,000 subscribers in 2 months, then you need to do unrealistic work, as in unrealistic to what you are currently doing. Hearing that, I've had to shift my mindset completely. Like, the same way that I used to weave content around my 9 to 5 is the same way that I need to weave my entire life around content. So here's my plan. I'm going to be focusing across the 3 platforms, which is Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Instagram and TikTok, I'm going to be posting 3 times a week, and then YouTube, I am going to be uploading 2 videos a week minimum. But the biggest thing, I need to treat content creation as my real job. That is what is going to get me to where I want to be. So the next pillar is health and fitness. I'm not even going to lie to you, your girl has been slacking. Since my birthday, your girl has been fully committed to the Minister of Enjoyment lifestyle. I've been partaking in the champagne diet, and I am a part-time member of the big back community. Don't get me wrong, I've had the best time these last few months, but I am tired of feeling the way that I do. I don't want to get too deep into this, but a lot of my anxiety and depression is tied into how I see myself. I've been dealing with body dysmorphia for over a decade now. Clinically diagnosed, I haven't just gone out and self-diagnosed myself. And while I started to learn to love myself at different stages of my weight loss journey, some days it does really get the best of me. One glance in the mirror and I'm down bad. But at this point, I've had enough. I need to do more about it. Gradually, don't forget the 3 S's. I'm not about to do that drastic, this tea is going to get you a slim waist in 10 days. Well, not those kind of girls or guys. We've been there, we've done that. And I love food. I'm a part-time big backer. So those kind of things just aren't gonna work for me. And I assume will not work for most of you, especially if you're looking for lifestyles that are sustainable. Kind of a wink. So here is an actual plan that one can follow, and is the plan that I'm going to be following. So each week I'm going to slowly decrease my calories until I hit the target that I want to be consuming per day, which is 1,400 calories. PT has said this is the calories that I need to be consuming to lose weight. So please, Sha, don't come for me. I'm going to be focusing a lot on volume eating, be high protein, a lot of vegetables with fiber, and then carbs in moderation. I am not a believer that you need to cut out carbs from your life completely. Nor will I be a person that will cut out carbs from their life completely. We value our sanity over here. But what we are going to do is be mindful of how much we are consuming and just making smarter decisions. With workouts, I'm going to gradually increase the amount of steps that I do per day to get 10k steps a day, and then increase my steps by 1k each week. I'm not just gonna go and say I'm gonna do 20k steps. If you can do that, amazing, but I can't do that. So I'm gonna gradually build up my goal. Next is that I'm going to remember to be taking my vitamins. I am really bad at remembering to take a pill a day, and I don't understand how hard it can be to take a pill a day. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. It actually is very hard to take a pill every day. And then no scales. Throughout this process, I am not looking at a scale. What I am going to be doing instead is taking progress pictures every single week. Next up, finances, because everybody loves to talk about their finances. A little bit of a disclaimer, this part of the video isn't going to be talking about how I'm going to be making money. I'm going to focus more on how I'm going to budget the income that I get each month until December. Because let's not even talk about December. Let's not even talk about the fact that I'm moving to Lagos. Let's not even talk about the fact that I'm going to be spending December in Lagos, because that's aka enjoyment season. So I need to be extra intentional with my money and how I budget. Like I said earlier in the video, I have not been working in corporate for over a year now. When I was working in tech, money was hitting my account like clockwork every single month. Well, most months, but we're not gonna get into that. Now everything is on me. Every single pound, naira, dollar, I have to go and earn it. And as freeing as that does sound, it can also be stressful. Now I've come to realize how inconsistent content income can be. So we are following a 3-part plan. One we're calling our enjoyment fund. I'm not going to get rid of all the fun, but I just want to make sure with the money that I get in every month, I'm putting a portion away, roughly 10 to 15%, for just enjoying myself and having fun. Then next, we are having our emergency fund. Even when I was working in corporate, having an emergency fund is essential, and if you don't have an emergency fund, ensure that you do have an emergency fund. It has helped to gut out significantly, especially from my transition from corporate to content. So I'm going to put aside 5% of what I get in every month, so that if things happen, and Lagos can be unpredictable and humble you sometimes, having an emergency fund is a necessity. And then lastly, my investment fund. So I already have some money in investments since transitioning into content. Let's just say my accounts have been a little bit neglected. Again, 5% is going to go into my investment every single month. Happy to do more of a deep dive of how I budget my money now that I'm a full-time content creator. Crazy to say. So do let me know in the comments if that would be something that you were interested in. And then last but not least, personal growth and self-care. So I'm going to split this section into 2 sections because they do deserve their own moment. I live by this philosophy that if you look good, you feel good. I have not been following this to a T. Been a few times this year where I've been looking a little bit rusty, a little bit dusty, a little bit crusty. When my hair is laid, when my lashes is did, when my nails be looking cute and my is waxed, no one can chat to me. It just gives me a different level of confidence. I finally find the energy and motivation to film that content, edit that TikTok, to post that reel. Looking good literally fills my productivity. I am just a girl. Self-care isn't just about the external things. Some things that I really want to do over the course of the next 90 days is that I need to be limiting my screen time, especially that on TikTok. Now that I'm posting more often, a lot more comments are coming in. Don't get me wrong, with the more that you post and the more that you grow, those comments are are bound to happen, but to protect myself, I'm going to limit my TikTok viewing to an hour per day. Obviously take away actually posting on the platform. Now let's move on to personal growth. Guys, I am turning 30 next year and I still do not drive. I'm embarrassed for myself. God forbid I enter my 30s and I still have a green provisional. I cannot be 30 and not drive. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. So one of my biggest priorities is passing at least my theory test. I refuse for the next decade of my life booking Ubers, booking Bolt and walking everywhere. Well, in Nigeria you have a driver, but the point still remains. So please, if you see me online, hold me accountable. So that is my plan for the next 90 days. 4 pillars, 1 mantra, which is slow, steady, and sustainable. Like I've been hammering for the last 10 minutes, the next 90 days is about showing up consistently and building habits to set you up for 2026. So over the next few months, whether you're focusing on 1 pillar or 4, remember this isn't a sprint, it's a lock-in, the great lock-in. Anyway guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and join the family. We are family out on these streets, as I always love to say, and we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers and we would love the support. But that is it from me and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye guys.